And a warm welcome to Esbjerg in Denmark and our coverage of the Gruyère European Curling Championships 2015. This town is on the southwest coast of Denmark, centred around the shopping and indeed the harbour. It's become the capital of Denmark's offshore and energy adventure in the North Sea. But it's curling that's centre stage this week, and the destination of the European title at the Granley Hockey Arena. We've reached the men's semi-final stage, and this will be the one that we're focusing on. The men's semi-final, second versus third, Finland against Switzerland. I'm Alison Walker, and alongside me, Logan Gray will be providing live commentary on the whole game. A brief word from you, Logan?
Yeah, I think we're going to have another fantastic game. There's been some great curling all week long.
Lead position, second, Christopher Schwab.
Oh, we're just seeing the teams being introduced here.
On sheet C, representing Finland.
Just the two games out there for the semi-finals. Saw some great stuff last night in the women's event.
Jenny Pitko, the lead. This finish at Europeans is fourth.
And the skip, Aku Kase. Representing Switzerland. The lead position, Valentin Tanner. Second, Claudio Betts. Third, Benoit Schwarz. And the skip, Peter Gris. Teams, you may cool your sliders and take practice slides.
So those are our lineups for this semi-final between Finland and Switzerland. And I'm sure the nerves are probably jangling a little bit at this stage. They just want to get things moving. There are the standings. That's how it finished after the round robin. Norway, 9 wins up against Sweden in the other semi-final. Finland and Switzerland just behind, and Sweden behind them. And everybody getting wins on the board at this championship. Shows you the standard of the competition.
Absolutely, Alison. Everybody's been beating everyone. It's been quite a strange year.
There's the format. That's how it all happened. Norway against Sweden in the semi-final, and Finland and Switzerland, the one we're watching. And one of those going through to meet each other. And then the losers playing off for the bronze medal. So huge amount to play for, obviously, here. It's not a position Finland have been too used to over the years, Logan.
No, certainly not.
Unlike this chap here, practicing his golf swing.
Yeah, just another day at the office for Thomas Ulsrud.
So Finland will be red and Switzerland yellow.
So here's Valentin Tanner, the Swiss lead, getting us underway. Finland in their first semi-final since 2002. Sorry, Aku Kausta in his first semi-final since 2002. So, fantastic achievement really this week. I think not too many people would have bet on both Finland teams making the semi-final this week. We saw Ona Kausta and her ladies team just coming up a little bit short in the semi-final last night after a terrific start against Scotland.
They've come a long way in quite a short space of time, haven't they?
Oh, absolutely. It wasn't too long ago they were in the B group, so really making strides forward, Finland.
Akakausti's team were in the World Men's Curling Championship in Halifax and finished 4th. So of late, they're a force to be reckoned with. So there's Valentin Tanner. He's performed extremely well all week. From Geneva and curls out of Geneva Curling Club. And part of the bronze medal winning team in Beijing in 2014 at the World Men's. He's not a stranger to big occasions. And plenty of Swiss support as well. You can hear the bells in the background. Jana Pikko, 34 years old.
Well, it looks like we're going to get some stones and play in the first end here. Seen some of the games have been quite defensive in the first end. But Switzerland and Finland playing some aggressive stuff around the centre guard here early on.
As the rules of play, they have changed. At this stage now, it's 8 ends minimum. Still a 38-minute thinking time and 1 60-second timeout. Finland producing the upset of the week, really beating Sweden in the final round-robin game with an extra end. That got them into that second position in the rankings. There's Peter de Cruz.
Peter used to play skip and throw third stones, now still skipping but throwing second stones. Valentin the lead, Peter the second, and Benoit the fourth player. Played together since the juniors. Claudio Pat's the most recent addition to this team.
Very successful at junior level as well. A gold, silver, and of course that bronze at senior level as well. This is the Finnish second. Emi has been on the team for 7 years. He was actually born in Florida, in the USA. A bit different from Finland.
Well, a great shot there. Well, in fact, sorry, just got my colours mixed up. A bit of a disaster. I think we're just trying to peel the guard off and runs it straight back and spins all the Finnish stones out. So an early opportunity here for Switzerland. Chance to get an early gauge of the speed of the ice with our hog-to-hog split timer in the bottom left. Throughout the week, we've kind of seen around 14.5 seconds to get to the T-line. Oh, great sweeping here by Pats. And Tanner gets it into a perfect spot.
Yep, a bit of heavy breathing there after that sweeping. But when it works, it's all worthwhile.
Oh, unlucky with that one as well. Pali MES makes the run but doesn't get any of the ones near the button and leaves up a double center guard.
Je mets un peu plus que Val. Ça vient bien, mais ouais, 80 pour toi, c'est bien. Deux, trois, deux, un. C'est bon. Un, deux.
Claudio Petz, a 28-year-old, as we said, the newest member of this team. He's an accountant in his normal life.
A bit longer than they would have liked, but and probably would have wanted that a bit closer to the centre line. Could be a thin double available for Kasper Hakunti.
And there he is, Kasper Hakunti, third player.
Oh, a bit wayward there. That's a disaster. Perhaps some nerves being shown early on here by the Finns. That's 3 mistakes in a row.
Yep. Let's keep watching on.
I don't think he could have done that if he tried. So Claudio Pat's getting another chance to put the guard up. Didn't manage to do it the last time. Should be an easier task on this occasion. Nicely done this time by Claudio Pats. Blocks up the port there. And all Finland can do here is really start blasting a way in for their last stone.
Yep, already in this first end, Finland being presented with a difficult situation.
Puolikkaalla, niin tää voisi tulla vielä ihan hyvää kulmaa. Voi olla, että menee täältä ohi. Suora. Niin. Tuosta jonkun 9,5 vaan sitten. 9,5.
Now it looks like it's going to be another run back. They've got a few options by running this red back. They can go red, red, yellow, or they can go red onto yellow. Certainly need to get at least 2 stones moving here.
Maahan. On kuitenkin aika kaukana. Puoliväli.
All the players in this Finnish team playing out of the Kisakallio curling club. Just using a controlled weight, so they must be trying to keep the shooter here. Oh, nicely done. Sticks it in the house for shot position, and how key a shot could that be in the first end here?
All in a day's work. Angles absolutely spot on.
Well, they needed that one. Could well have been facing a steal otherwise. The whole 4 foot covered by guards, as you can see there.
Exact, genre si tu la fliques et on roule là, du coup ça là, je peux pas laisser le double. Peut-être tu viens ça. Ouais. Suite 7. La glace. Je pense que ça c'est parfait. Ah autant que ça, mais alors c'est bon si c'est autant de glace. Hein? Si autant de glace, c'est bon. Hein? Bah faut juste passer la garde, ça c'est bien. Ça c'est parfait. Vous aimez bien ça simple. Balaye pour 7-8 max, voilà. Faut juste la pousser un tout petit peu. Moi je pense vraiment pas moi. Ok, ça bouge le dos comme ça, ça va aussi. Ouais. Allez, un tir qui est sur l'autre côté. Ok.
So Benoit Schwartz coming around the in-turn side of this cluster of guards.
And Schwartz throwing the skip stones. Student from Geneva. 7 years on this team. There is the other game that's going on in the arena. Sweden against Norway. Two of the real powerhouses of world curling. Thomas Ulsrud with the last stone. Is it going to miss? I thought it was going to miss there. Surely not.
Bit of a scary moment. But gets the job done in the end. No pictures in the scorecard.
Looking quite relaxed, the two teams out there. They know each other so well. They'll be enjoying just the banter. Even though it's a semi-final, I think the dynamics in that game will be slightly different compared to this one. It seems a bit more of a tense affair. Aku Kausti, the 36-year-old skip for Finland.
I think you're absolutely right, Alison. This is a much more tense affair. Both of these teams relatively new to international championship semi-finals. Of course, in the sheet next door, just countless medals between those two teams, Sweden and Norway. So who's lying shot position now? Could well be Switzerland with that yellow in the 8-foot circle. I think Peter de Cruz just clarifying that for us.
Finland red, Switzerland yellow. If needed reminding.
Je pense. Non, il a joué 55. 63, les gars. 65, parfait. Ouais, 65, je pense que vous voulez balayer. C'est quand même très large. Ouais, non, moi, je suis 65. Il ça finit beaucoup. Oui. Vitesse! T-line!
Benoit Schwartz just following that draw down. Make the freeze and lie to. They don't actually have to go all the way back to the red stone due to the fact they're lying shot at the moment.
Yes. Go, go!
Lovely draw.
It certainly asks the question of Finland. Skip is pleased with that effort for sure. Really nice angle to see Kausti's delivery.
Yeah, just gets it away in time for that red hog line. Tricky shot here. Really needs to get a bit tighter to the guard than Benoit Schwartz to finish frozen on the inside.
It's not looking too good for Finland. Didn't have the curl, didn't have the angle quite, did it? A rueful kind of smile from Kausti, but Switzerland emerge the better from that end. After the first end, it's Finland 0, Switzerland 1. So they have one end under their belts, maybe just relaxing a little bit now. It did seem quite tense in that first end for these two teams.
I get the impression with that last stone by Aku Kausta that he was probably just drawing to limit the damage, really. I don't think he realistically thought that he could get into a scoring position. So, a good draw.
Yeah, and only one lost, and that is the first end.
Finland will certainly be looking to tighten things up a little bit in the middle order. A few mistakes there. And they were punished by Switzerland.
Bon, c'est bien. Ça suffit à mon avis. Oui. Non. Non, rien. Un poil plus. Non. Oh. Ça roule tout seul. Là, ça reste super droit, hein, ça regarde.
Well, Finland didn't manage to find their way behind that centre guard. Looks like it might be quite a defensive start to this second end. Playing right out on the wing here. Makes a big roll. Oh, super shot right in behind the centre guard. Is back of T-line though. That shot might just indicate a change in the end. We might see some stones start to build up now.
C'est parfait. 8, on est parfait. 9. Enlève. 8, c'est parfait.
Peter de Groos of Switzerland.
Rien si c'est vite. On est toujours là.
He's actually born in London,
Rien du tout, rien. 13-7. On est bien fait. Non. Oh, non.
so I guess he could have played for England.
Rien fait.
I guess he still can.
Not sure once you've put your colours to the mast, that's it, isn't it?
Certainly much better facilities for curling in Switzerland than in England.
So an indication why his sports idol is Sir Alex Ferguson of Manchester United, formerly of Manchester United. Big into football.
It's not too many haircuts like that in the world of curling. Pauli Jämies. So Peter de Groos, just a slight mistake there, just a bit heavy and bounces off. And Pauli Jämies making the same mistake. So just neither team quite on top of the ice conditions at the moment.
Yemi is a big yoga fan. Badminton as well. These guys are pretty fit. You have to be to get through this week and emerge at the top of the pile.
On passe, non. Attention. Non. Attention. Non. Oui.
Oh, lovely rollover.
Yep, you hear the Swiss bells in appreciation.
And for the first time, one of these teams has got one kind of in front of the nest. It's difficult to remove. Still back of the tee line though. So it doesn't have to be moved here by Pauli.
Etupuna. Rekäse. Linja hyvä. Tilaa. Tilaa vielä.
He's watching it closely.
Ei.
Right on the button, but
It certainly looks very impressive and looks nice, but the real problem Finland have here is with the last stone. All the play is in the middle of the sheet, and the scoring area is getting increasingly small. So although they are in shot position, Switzerland are going to try and make a freeze on that shot stone. And realistically, Finland will have to move things around at some stage if they want to get another one in there.
yeah, it's getting a bit busy in that one area, all squidged up. And to get at least a multiple score, you need them. The stones separated, distributed all over the place. And these guys are always thinking 2-3 stones ahead anyway, Logan, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely. Every shot called is part of a bigger strategy, one that's been set out at the start of the end.
We got a little smile from Tommy there. And Tamaki, the coach for Finland, he must be delighted with the way the teams, not just the men's but the women's too, have performed this week.
Yeah, just appointed last year and clearly making a big difference to the program, Tommy. Oh, good shot. Pushes Switzerland to the back of the tee line.
Claudio Michiet, coach for Switzerland. Had an interest in Italy for a while too. He too must be very pleased. His team had a bit of a wobble early on, but they've definitely come good towards the end.
Yeah, certainly a lot of people's pick for one of the medals. Always going to be difficult against Norway and Sweden to top them, but
with Norway and Sweden playing each other, that certainly helps the case for the other two. One must go.
well, absolutely. With the semi-final draw, sure they'll be quite happy to be facing Finland and not one of the other two. So Switzerland lying in shot position with that stone at the back of the button. And playing a good shot there just to take away any direct access from...
Gosh, look how busy it is. All bunched up.
No se käy. Jos te siitä tykkäätte, niin...
So are they playing a freeze or even just a little bit of a tap, perhaps? Probably quite easy to get this red at the top of the 4-foot into shot position, but the danger will be that the stone being thrown will bounce out to the side and could potentially leave a double takeout for Switzerland.
Catches that other red.
Well, doesn't manage to get into a shot position, but Their one saving grace is that the shooter did roll through far enough not to leave a hit and roll in for Switzerland. A real wall of stones across the back of the forefoot, though, to be used by Switzerland. If they could draw one down onto the top of the button, it would be extremely difficult to remove. Just a reminder, Finland playing red and Switzerland playing yellow.
Je préfère que trop court là. Parce que lui pour l'instant il a ça.
Et puis
il a ça pour avoir 3 shots.
Ouais, non,
tu vois.
Okay.
Donc il faut vraiment être en tout cas là aussi.
D'accord.
Ça c'est bien.
So expect another stone to join that mass. Just to make life even more difficult for Finland.
Ligne, c'est bien. 8. Wow. 8, c'est trop. Ligne, c'est bon.
Ligne parfaite.
Oui. 7. 6. Oui. 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 Stop. Stop.
Well, I think you're swooping for a line more than anything here. You want to get past this red.
Not quite.
C'est très bien.
Did nudge it, but didn't push the red into shot position. And leaves that yellow in a really nice spot, actually. Very usable for Peter de Cruz's last one, and that certainly will be a concern for Aku Kausta.
So while they think about that, let's check on Sweden against Norway, the other semi-final. That's what he's facing there in the second end. Norway yellow. Sweden red. First end blanked. Nicely done by Ulsrud. Seemed a little panicky, but probably not. 2 there. 2 stones on the board after 2. Sweden 0, Norway 2.
Well, Aku Kausta peeling the guard here, it would seem. Not too sure if he's planning on running it in. Might be some value in at least trying it. I think it's just a straight peel here.
Just getting rid of another obstruction. Hasn't really had any impact on what's happening a bit further in.
I think he was just making sure that he had an option with his last stone. Looks very likely that he'll be able to promote that yellow-red combination just the right-hand side of the centre line to get one onto the button there.
Si on est là, il fait quoi? Il fait le double.
Si on est là, il fait ça.
Peut-être qu'il met probablement 2.
Hein? Tu penses, ça fait...
Ça, c'est pas pour toi, pour lui.
Hein?
Flèche comme ça c'est pas pour toi.
Possible.
Faire 3.
Moi, je pense qu'on doit pousser là. Et il met en
La même
pire.
vitesse. On vient la même.
Non,
Si on la pousse comme ça,
Ah. Ouais.
On vient de la jouer, moi, je trouve que ça va.
Le seul truc que je vois avec ça, si par exemple elle est là, imaginons, lui il arrive à faire en sorte que ça se fait tac-tac, ça sort, ça sort, ça reste, devant
bouge,
ça,
ça bouge aussi.
ça bouge, et c'est max pour 2.
Je pense que c'est pour 2.
Bien sûr.
Mais si on arrive à la pousser avec un angle là, ça c'est très bien. À moins qu'il fasse le triple jaune après,
et
mais
ça,
c'est très difficile, mais ce serait l'idéal. Ouais. Genre la pousser ici,
Voilà,
j'aime pas
c'est
trop.
exactement la même.
si on met une garde là devant. Il met
la
comme
garde,
ça.
c'est difficile la garde, hein, moi je trouve.
Non, c'est pas trop dur la garde.
Moi je trouve ça a la même difficulté.
On vient de jouer ça. Hein.
Moi ça dérange pas de rejouer la même chose.
Alors on y va, go.
Hein?
Ouais, ouais.
On pousse avec soit un angle comme ça, soit comme ça.
Ouais, exact.
Hein?
Ouais, ouais. si on pousse comme ça et qu'il n'y a pas de double,
Moi, j'aime bien
même.
même si on est un peu trop vite. Si on
Long
fait ça.
discussion this, eating up a
c'est
lot
bien,
of
c'est bien.
thinking
Non, mais
time.
je
You can
sais
just
pas
see the
combien
clock in the
Ouais.
background ticking away,
Ok.
the yellow number.
Il peut probablement pousser.
La même glace, T-line. La même.
La même
So it
glace.
looks like they're just going
La
to
même.
try and push this yellow up. I think they could throw a guard, but they're a little bit concerned that they might leave a double takeout of some description for Finland to score to.
Bon, avant, c'était 60, j'en ai pas mal
The
donné,
guard
là.
seemed the obvious one.
Il y a quoi 7-8
Just putting the tap up and
50, 55.
trying to get some extra security in there.
Vitesse.
7-8, 8-9,
Wow.
So Switzerland's last stone here.
7-8,
Wow.
plus, plus,
Attention.
8,
Oui.
9, 9,
Oui. Wow.
Wanted to add to Finland's difficulty rating for the next stone.
Oh, plus rien, plus rien. Oh, oh, oh.
It's going to be tapped.
Ok, bien joué. Ça rend bien. Bien.
Well, that's actually quite a nice result. Certainly not easy for Finland to score here at all.
Switzerland yellow. Finland having a good look.
Pour deux, mais il se fait pas de venir. S'il se fait venir, il merde. Bien joué. On saa pyöriä.
En tiedä. Voisi olla, ettei sitä saa. Kyllä aika lähellä, että se lähtisi pyörimään.
Really easy to move that stone in the button, but not easy to get into a short position.
Päätänä tän minä.
Even he is thinking, what can we do here? What would you do at home, folks? You curlers out there.
Pyörii ton kautta pois. Toi ei pyöri kauan.
Tulkaa vilkaisee! Luuletteko te, että toi pyörii tosta pois?
Se on ihan tasan jammis.
Mitä?
Se on niinku ihan tasan jammikulma.
Niin siis puolikkaa kohdalla.
No, they're looking at takeout now on the right-hand side of the picture.
Mä näen, että se lähtisi
Hitting that
mihinkään.
yellow just played by Benoit Schwartz into the two on the button. May be able to
No joo, ehkä jos se on.
spin them all out of there to
Se on
score
lähinnä
one.
sitten, että mitä tää ehtiikö tää täältä alta pois.
That was a really clever shot there by the Swiss to take away that tap.
Tykkäätkö tästä?
The other end, looking up at the big screen so they can see what's happening too.
Voi olla vaikeet lähteä.
But the discussion between the skip and his vice skip,
En tiedä. Voi se olla.
he's not convinced. He's back.
Tätä pitää liikuttaa täältä.
Can we?
Takapunainen, takavalkoinen, takavalkoinen.
Joo, takapunainen, takavalkoinen. Käppät kiinni.
On 3 osumaa.
Well, this is a tough shot here.
Plenty of support here for Team Finland. Enjoying the action.
Semmoinen kulma, ettei tiedä. Ei se näyttää vähän. Voisi olla pyöri. Joo, pistetään niin tasataululle.
Very family game.
Vähän tiukempi vielä. Voidaan harjan pidellä.
So this is a tricky shot, as I was going to say before. It's really easy to move the stone in the button, but not easy to keep the red that they're tapping up on the button to score,
Ei, jos on niin
just due to the angles left by that shot by Benoit Schwartz.
To the last stone of this end. Who knows what's going to happen?
Valkoinen! Valkoinen! Valkoinen!
Well, might have done enough.
I think he has. Remove the other ones. And the Finns under a bit of pressure there.
I think it might be red, but
Everyone's having a good look.
we'll measure.
They want to measure.
S'il un poil plus vite, ça fait des... C'est quand même original.
Oltu kaikissa määrin kovia.
Je crois que c'est quand même juste la sienne. S'il est un peu plus vite, s'il est un poil plus vite,
Let's take another look at that final stone of the end by Aku Kausta. Played it pretty much perfectly. I don't think he could have done too much better.
Sweeper's just keeping an eye. There it goes. Nudge, nudge.
That shot all about the weight. Didn't want that red stone to roll too far off the button.
It is very close.
Mind, je veux dire. On met une corner ou... Bien, je pense. C'est de jouer sur les côtés.
So here's the umpire Agnes Patanai from Hungary, delivering the measure. A little bit concerned that the measure is kind of wiggling around in its hole. I think
It's red. It's red. And red is Finland.
Mun mielestä joo.
yeah, good look at the pressure gauge there. The needle spinning round to 4 on that red stone and just to 2 on the yellow.
So that's squared things up after 2. Finland 1, Switzerland 1.
Lähtis pois taas, tuli 8. Siitä peli pitää.
Welcome back to our live coverage of the Gruyère European Curling Championships 2015 here in Esbjerg in Denmark at the Granley Hockey Arena. And it's men's semi-finals day. We are concentrating on Finland against Switzerland. And just beside them, we'll be giving you updates from the Sweden-Norway game as well. Alison Walker and Logan Gray bringing you all the action live as it happens. A couple of ends under a belt now, into the third end.
First time Switzerland have had the last stone advantage in this game. Of course, stealing the first end to get their point on the board. See, this is quite common these days for the teams in an odd end. If they do get the chance to play a takeout with their lead stones, they probably will, just to put the end in the books and get the last stone in the even ends. Big mistake there by Yanni Pitgot.
Ça va pas trop curler là. Deux, trois.
Plutôt 2.
Il y a la place.
2.
Il est là.
Ok, 3, bien vitesse.
Ouais, c'est proche.
Ça a l'air vite.
Très proche.
Oui.
Très proche.
4.
C'est devant.
Non.
Si on peut les laisser 3, tant mieux. Laisse ça. Pourquoi la fin?
Well, looking for a guard here.
Ça va. Bien.
Just rears up in time, but doesn't fully cover that yellow stone. Will still be seen on the outside of the guard. And doesn't cover it at all, it would seem. So a chance for Pauli Jämies to try and make amends for that miss from his lead.
Hits and sticks for Finland.
Not really a great situation here for Finland without any stones in the centre of the sheet. I think Switzerland will be much the happier of the two teams in this end.
Let's see what's happening on the sheet next door. We're into the third end now.
Yeah, looks like one of these big takeouts that Niklas Edin is infamous for. Chance to score 2 and square things up here.
You can see where he's targeting.
Nailed it.
Absolutely nailed it. Makes it look so easy. Had to be so accurate with that one. Crowd appreciating that. Plenty of Swedish support in the arena.
Now good play by Finland, getting the play away from that corner guard. It's quite threatening for the Finns at the moment.
Oui. What? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Attention. What? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What? Oui. Allez. Go, 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 go.
Well, just hangs on.
Let's go back to the Norway-Sweden game. Second last stone. This one from Thomas Osrud. After that great takeout from Edin.
Yeah, they're in a spot of bother here. And this one's looking high.
Is it going to get past?
Well, not even close on that occasion. Niklas Edin's going to be left with the draw down the out turn there to score 3. It's a super shot by Niklas to set up this opportunity.
So we'll keep you updated with that. Meantime, this is our featured semi-final. One apiece between Finland and Switzerland.
Kvar linjen. Oui. 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 Pas mal, go, 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 ça passe. Go, 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 go. Oui, oui, go, 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 go. Whoa.
Oh, just sneaks by the guard in their featured game.
That was a close one.
That was an absolute perfect draw as well. Difficult one to remove for Finland. Over here, here's Niklas Edin. Should be a formality here.
Super's just keeping a little eye on it. And very, very well executed by Team Sweden that end. What a lift that will give him and the crowd. Should be quite a tussle, that one. After 3 ends, Sweden 3, Norway 2.
60 eller 10 bolls, kanske 70.
No, back in our featured game, huge mistake by Kasper Hakunti. Tries to make the run back and stuffs it on the back red. So now Switzerland has a chance to lie 3 here.
En plein, ça va.
Doesn't look completely comfortable this morning. This afternoon, sorry. Kasper.
Oui. 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 Whoa. Oui. Yes. Go. André, super.
It's a good separation there too.
Well, Finland have not played this end like a team who are in the European semi-finalists.
Niin, mä luulen, että se on helpompi pelaa ja sitten rollaa, kun pitää sen niin, että pysytään
2 really basic errors in a sense, setting up the chance for Switzerland to lie 3. They do have the last stone here as well, so some heroics required here from Aku Kaustet.
Normaali.
Can he get them out of trouble?
Janne, kato pitkä rolli.
Damage limitation.
No ei, tosi pienen näköinen. Vieläkin näyttää pienen. Ota vielä vähän isompi.
Varmaan, että sä tulet tuon reippaalla.
Ei kun, normaali.
Takku vähän ulkoposkas toi tupla.
Niin.
Well, first things first here, Aku Kaustet will want to make the double takeout. certainly limit the damage. If he gets it really nice, he might be able to roll all the way over behind the stone just played by Claudio Pats.
Mukana. Hei. Lähellä. Janne.
So gets rid of 2 here. 1, 2, rolls over.
Well, I think they misjudged that one a little bit. Maybe went a little bit too hard to try and make the roll behind the guard and didn't take care of the primary objective of making the double.
Pas rouler, Benoît. Hein? Pas rouler.
Pas beaucoup,
Si
non.
on roule, c'est left prise.
D'accord.
Pas rouler à... non, pas rouler à droite. Mal.
Normal.
Oui.
I'm sure Aku is fully aware how poor an end this has been from Finland. Been able to generate the chance to score multiple score with no guards in play. It's always disappointing.
Targeting that back red.
No, you certainly wouldn't expect Aku Kauste to throw a draw here. Some sort of takeout will need to be played, whether it's a hit and roll underneath the stone at the top of the house, or they could try some sort of a takeout, running the front one back, and maybe they can get 2 or even 3 going.
Sillä ei ole toi olemassa, mutta... Mä katson vähän miten se näkyy täältä näin.
Kuulla sitten, että onko se niinku pieni vai pitkä?
Joo, lähtökohtaisesti se reilu kiven pyöräytys.
Seinä.
Tulla seinä! Luulen, että pitää pikkasen pidellä jossain vaiheessa.
So here he goes with his last stone.
Hyvä, hyvä!
Trying to limit
Joo! Joo, kova!
Benoit Schwartz, who's coming next.
Kova! Kova!
Needs to be careful not to touch the top one. Gets by. Terrific shot.
Yeah, probably the best he could have done in the circumstances.
Well, absolutely. That might just be the saver here in this third end. I think Finland just have to hope for the best here and then really regroup in between the third and fourth end. It's been a pretty shocking end by the Finns. Still a chance here for Switzerland to score 3. They're going to try and tap that red back. Don't expect to see too much weight here from Benoit. Just maybe enough weight to get his running stone to the hack.
Last stone of this third end, so how many will it be for Switzerland?
Must be close. Up and down with the brushes. It's always a good sign. Brilliant shot here by Benoit.
Beautifully played from him and Team Switzerland. And that's a significant end for them.
That was just a lovely team shot. Good communication, good sweeping, good execution.
And giving them a great lead. After 3 ends, Finland 1, Switzerland 4.
Bon, bon setup.
C'est bien
Ça
vitesse.
peut-être un peu plus vite là.
C'est devant tir.
Regarde.
C'est devant tir.
Rien, les gars.
Ça a l'air pas mal. Putain.
Seen some great action this week here at the Gruyère European Curling Championships 2015. And this is men's semi-final day. We're focusing on Finland against Switzerland. That was second versus third in the round robin. Finland hoping to rebuild again after a really poor third end by their standards.
Oh dear. Doesn't even get close to getting over the hog line. Whether that maybe grabs something. So Finland on the rocks here a little bit.
Ok, place.
Plutôt 4. Juste 4.
Ligne, c'est bon.
Well executed third end by Switzerland, but really basic errors made by the Finns to present the opportunities.
5, pas moi.
I'm sure Switzerland will want to make the most of this period of the game where Finland do seem to be a little bit on tilt.
And you do get peaks and troughs throughout the game. You can't play well all the time. 88%. Which is a good start for Valentin Tana. And not too bad for Jana Pitko either. But that wasn't great, that last one. So this time they are getting the guard in place.
Un tiers, on touche pas dans la maison, hein?
Non, tu touches jamais là.
Ok.
Pour toucher, c'est un 5e.
Ouais.
However, because the first stone of the end didn't make it into play, free guard zone rule not even in effect here. Certainly going to have to make more use of that rule when the game continues into the fifth and following ends to try and get this 3-shot deficit back.
Peter de Cruz, 85% for the whole week for the tournament. And being pretty steady in this game too.
Se oli suora.
Tila.
82% for the Finnish second.
Voima hyvä. Voima hyvä.
Hyvä. Linjaa.
Takapunainen.
Pientä silti. Ei. Tila.
Contrasted sweeping styles here. We've got a slide sweeper and a walking sweeper. Not really needed on that occasion. Nice draw there by Palliamies. Would have liked to just get to the inside of the nose. Might have taken away this run back here for Peter de Cruz.
Peter de Cruz giving this some weight.
Wow. No. Wait.
Perfect shot. Keeps the shooter on the wing too. That's definitely worth a smile, that one, Peter.
Yep. He enjoyed that.
Oma merkki, niin se varmaan kaipuu.
Takapunainen.
Tila. Ei ole linjaa.
Takavalkoinen.
No, Finland are just trying to make something out of nothing here.
Pääsee vielä. Joo.
They're trying to play the freeze on that yellow stone in the 4-foot, but change of plan, a little bit too much running, so they're trying to draw around it.
Joo, paina. Loppuun.
Next door, here's Thomas Ilsrud.
Ça va curler un peu
Tries
là.
to make the double peel. Doesn't manage to do so and leaves a tight guard on the centre line.
Un quart.
Big mistake there, really. And Sweden with a great chance. Get another one around that centre guard. Maybe set up the steal.
That's what Edin's looking at.
Over in their featured game. Just peels out that back one. It didn't curl quite enough to get hidden behind that top one. So an easy peel there for Pats. Definitely the most experienced player in this Swiss team. Of course, played with Sven Michael on the road to Sochi in 2014. Kasper Hakunti playing 82% for the week. Certainly not operating at that level so far in this game. Kasper really holds the key to this Finnish team.
Ei irti sitten. Ei mitään linjaa. Anna kuolla. Ei, irti. Okay.
Nearly makes the freeze, but just hangs a little bit high on the nose.
Good stuff on this other sheet too. Sweden red, Norway yellow.
Ja, om ni vill, linjen är bra. Kan behöva curla lite. Bra linje, håll igång.
Sweden definitely with the upper hand in this game at the moment.
Well, Niklas trying to come around that stone at the front. But
Gonna make it.
no, it's over curled. Maybe a little bit shy of weight.
We could see that from the camera angle there.
Does leave it guarded, however. So Finland still trying for this very difficult freeze. Trying to put it just on the side slightly so that if any takeout played by Switzerland would redirect onto the wide yellow. Just finishes on the nose and a little bit too much separation between the two stones.
Nudged it just a bit too much. I don't think I've seen the perfect freeze yet this week.
Qu'est-ce que tu veux trouver? Tu veux taper où?
Un quart. Un quart, ça
Well,
devrait
Alison,
passer.
it is the hardest shot in curling.
Let's see Thomas Olsrud's response.
It's a really difficult shot, this one for Thomas. He's going to just have to nick by the guard. A back four weight. Well, it looks like it's hanging a little bit high once again. Looks like a steal of one.
Yeah, that Swedish red. Hanging about in the right position. He shakes his head. After four ends, Sweden 4, Norway 2.
9 feet.
They were trying to clean pick that top one there, but didn't manage to save the stone at the top of the 4 foot, so only lying one here. And looks like Finland may be able to blank this fourth end.
C'est assez de glace pour 9, ça.
9, hein?
Ouais. Wow. Easy, Orval. Oh, non, rien pour rester. Ah, non. Non. Ok. Bon, ça c'est assez vite. C'est un poil trop.
Ah, he says.
Doesn't manage to stick around, and Aki Kausta ready in the hack just to lob this one through. So the end will be blanked.
So after 3 in the previous end, we have no score here. All part of the strategy, though. Goes on to end 4. After 4 ends, Finland 1, Switzerland 4.
Il est au pitch, il a les pistes.
Bien les mecs. Ça n'a pas l'air très vite. C'est 4, ça va aussi. 4, ça va.
Oui.
4, c'est bon. Ok, on est bien, on est bien. Never leave. 14, 8.
Fifth end now of this men's semi-final between Finland and Switzerland. Swiss team 4-1 up. And really Finland could do with getting something going here, Logan, just to take them into the break. And a couple of shots back.
Yeah,
Settle down again.
Well, absolutely. I don't think there's been a lot to be overly positive about from a Finnish perspective. A couple of nice shots by Aku Kausta, but really, first 3 players for Switzerland dominating this game. Certainly need some better setup play from Yanni Pitko. And the middle order need to cut out some of these half shots because they're just getting punished for them at the moment. I think a lot of people would say this young Swiss team would be the favourites in this game. And they are playing like it. But Finland more than capable of overturning this deficit.
Hyvä voima. Aavistus hiljainen. Vähän hiljainen. Ei. Mukana. Kieltä. Vähän hiljainen. Kieltä. Ei.
Aku Kausta does like to play with quite a lot of stones in play, so and they'll certainly need to do that to claw their way back in here. Puts one through though. They were just trying to push that to the back of the tee line, really.
Normal, c'est bien. Bon, c'est beaucoup de glace quand même, je trouve.
On te rappelle la mienne, là, elle est revenue de chier.
Ouais. Oh. 10. Ouais.
Ouais.
Easy, easy, wow. 10. 10. Wow. Wow. Non, non, non. Nice.
Non,
Nice.
non, je pense pas qu'on reste là.
Rien pour rester.
Il y a un pitch.
Ok, bien.
C'est un
And
peu
really
vite,
good
Ben.
communication in the Swiss team.
Ah.
When to sweep, when not to sweep.
Choosing to ignore the 2 stones in the house on this occasion and make use of the corner guard. That's a really nice draw there by Yes, and forces Switzerland to peel the corner. So certainly more positive play here from the Finns.
They can't really afford to go too much further behind. 4-1 down at the moment.
No, absolutely not. 3-shot lead. It's quite achievable to come back into the game. When you start going to 4 or more, then life does get extremely difficult.
Puoliväli. Vaihto. Laput vasta. Pitää taipua tosi paljon. Paina. Niin kauan kuin liikkuu. Koko ajan, joo. Koko matka. Joo.
Just putting the guard back.
Vielä vaan. Joo.
Have they got it wide enough to cover that redstone? I'm not sure.
Juste la garde, ça va?
Obviously done enough to make Switzerland play the guard into it.
Whoa. No. Whoa. No. Go.
Noja siihen. Mitä? Miten noja? Noja, näin. Joo, käy.
Much to think about.
Pitää tulla näin päin. Sama kuin tähän päähän.
Varmaankin. Reison näköinen. Laittaisi taipua. Pitää päästä sinne. Niin. 14. 14 vähän alle.
Game being well covered from all angles. Video stills, whatever. Every move documented. Players have learned to ignore it, just get on with the game.
Takapunainen.
Joo. Paina. Joo.
Am I happy with that?
Là, c'est bien. Normal.
Ça curle ici. Ça curle, Pete. Hein. Pas moi.
Is it hard to concentrate, Logan, when there's another game going on beside you?
I don't think it really has any impact. Quite often in a final situation, it's almost the opposite. You're aware of being alone out there. It's the only game on the ice. You can hear everything that goes on. But playing in curling clubs every day on the tour, it's just the normal really, is to have other games out there, other noises to contend with. And as much as anything, it just makes you improve your communication with your team as well, because the instructions, what they say to each other needs to be consistent and precise at all times.
Clear, yeah.
Tää joutuu tulla aika kovalle, jos haluaa etupuolella pysyä. Mitä? Tuu näin vaan. Tuu. Seinä.
There's where he's aiming on the left.
Paulis, kaikki mikä menee osumaan.
Le seul risque avec genre ça, c'est qu'il l'a. Si on roule ça à gauche. Qu'il roule là-bas. Ouais. Si on peut rouler une paire là, c'est l'idéal. Normal. C'est bien ça. Normal.
Il y a un peu ça à la glace.
Juste faire ça.
Bien, normal aussi.
Là, ça va aussi. En plein, c'est bien.
Oh, oui.
Je pense pas qu'on va rouler loin à gauche. avec cette
So Benoit Schwartz with a pretty straightforward takeout to lie 2. The complication really here is just not to set up a double takeout. So making a nose hit should be just about okay. Certainly don't want to roll towards the center line, but needs to stay around. Well, that's a bit of a mistake there by Benoit. First one of the game, really.
Mitä sä laat ton? Jep. Meni niin paljon olla perässä.
Maalipuolelle vähän. No se ei oo huono. Ei ne siitä oikein pysty seivastaan niin kuitenkaan. Vähän isompi. Sein. Vieläkin pieni.
So skip and vice skip.
boom, boom. One shot.
Just discussing what's just happened and what Keister might do here, which will impact on what they do next.
Joo, kovaa! 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 Kovaa!
Oh, nicely done. And you see those 2 red stones absolutely flat in the house. No chance for a double here, but I think what the Swiss are looking at here is playing off that center stone, and maybe if they roll into that wide yellow, they might be lying shot position in behind the red. So just there as a catcher, really. It's certainly what Peter's looking at the moment.
Again, the intense concentration from Schwartz. Important stone.
Looks pretty close. Oh, just a little bit late on the sweeping call there and doesn't find the roll. Slightly misjudged there by Peter de Cruz. So a well-worked end here from Finland. Certainly their best one of the game so far.
Yep, they got a bit back on track a little bit, providing he makes this, which should be relatively straightforward. The last stone of this 5th end.
Oh, off with the sweeping. I think they're just cleaning this one, so quite content that this one's going to hit on the nose.
Leave them counting for 2. Gets them back in the game. That's what they needed. There we go. There's the situation after 5. Finland 3, Switzerland 4. Right, while they're in their break, let's just see what's happening in the other semi-final. 4-2, as you can see, for Sweden.
Well, we've seen a couple of misses from Thomas Hulsrud in the last couple of ends. Norway maybe not looking quite as invincible as they were earlier in the week.
You'd always expect Sweden to take them to the wire out of all the teams. 5th end.
Yeah, they've got a long history, these 2 teams. Well, 67% for the game. That's substantially below his average for the week. Sitting at 88 in the round robin. Well, this one needs to curl.
Starting a bit now, but maybe not.
Oh my, look at this.
Oh, and it's all the way through. And another mistake for Norway.
Oh, I'm really surprised with that, Alison. Maybe a little bit of a lack of communication there, but they certainly could have swept that to try and catch one of the top ones if it had that much running on it.
Another steal. Another steal. So, drama in our other game.
Finland versus Switzerland, the semi-final. And here in the first end, facing to Aku Kausta, all he could really do was draw to the edge of the forefoot to minimize the damage. A strong first end from Switzerland, stealing one, and Switzerland 1, Finland 0. Then here in the second end, very interesting end, lots of stones in play around the button. And Aku Kausta not left with very much here, but finds the angle and the weight absolutely perfect here. And after a measure, it was a score of 1 for Finland, 1 each. And then the third end, bit of a disastrous end for Finland. Some really basic errors, and Switzerland absolutely clinical, played a perfect end, put 3 on the board with this lovely tap back by Benoit Schwartz. Excellently played. And after 5 ends, it's Switzerland 4, Finland 3.
Kommunicerar Oskar sen.
T'as mis là, Gruyère?
Ouais.
Oh, just a gulf in the stats there. 16% difference overall, and look at the hits difference. Switzerland much more on top of things.
And yet it is 4-3. So there's not much difference in the scoreline. I'm sure that will have been the chat in the break there. Guys, you just need to be a bit more accurate, do the basic things well. Concentrate. So this is end 6 in our live coverage from the Gruyère European Curling Championships 2015. We're at the Granley Hockey Arena in Esbjerg in Denmark. Great to have you with us. Hope you're enjoying the action. Alison Walker and Logan Gray describing what's happening inside the arena. This is our main focus, the Finland-Switzerland game, but we will bring you all the key moments from the other semi-final as well. So it's been steady stuff from the Swiss, as you would expect. They seem a little more relaxed as the game has gone on. Jana Pikko, 86% for the tournament and 80% for this game. And this is the part of the encounter where he really will need to make sure that his stones all matter. Valentin is certainly better for this game, 86%.
Regarde.
Benoît devant. Ben devant. 5. C'est très très large. Wow.
Oh, les gars.
Juste freeze. Cap, go.
I'm trying to make this curl to get onto the side of the red.
Not quite there.
Oh, I think Benoit just touched something there, but Aki Kausta's not really too interested.
And therein lies one of Finland's problems, 70% for this player, Logan, for the game. Which is not a good stat.
No, absolutely not. Just too many mistakes, especially in the early exchanges. But he's played a good one here. Seems to be settling into the game.
On peut faire
On peut ouvrir.
Ok.
On peut venir là.
On peut, oui.
Ok, comme tu veux.
Oh, oui.
Moi j'aime bien freeze. Ouais. Je pense qu'il faut plus là, Ben. C'est un poil plus long quand même.
C'est un poil plus long, ouais.
Peter de Cruz playing well, 93% for this game.
Yeah, I think Peter's got better and better as the week's gone on.
C'est parfait.
A little bit of a dodgy start, but that average stat for the week just seems to be climbing every game.
He seems a lot more settled now, certainly, less agitated, smiling a bit more. And that's reflecting in his play. Tucks that one in there.
Well, lots of yellow stones around that red there, but the red stone pretty well locked in. It's not going to be easy for Switzerland to get that one out of there.
Puolikas on hyvä. Pientä. Hei, irti. Mukana. Pientä. Mukana. Pientä, joo. Hei. Joo. Kova. Kasper vielä heittokivi. Kokonaan poispäin. No, et. Joo, johonkin kauas.
Gets rid of one yellow.
Moi, je pense juste dessus comme ça.
Ok, tu veux bouger les angles un peu?
Ça serait bien. Ouais.
Didn't shift as many as he thought.
Si t'es un poil court, il a un double assez facile là.
Oui, c'est pour ça qu'il faut les décoller un peu.
Ouais.
Ok.
Ça curle largement assez.
Just
ici.
moves things around and changes the angles. That red stone I talked about before, still nicely frozen on the stone in the button. Maybe another freeze here for Switzerland. I think at some stage they will want to kind of tap that red stone at the top of the forefoot just to free up the button and try and get a juice back on the board to open up that gap once again.
Rien du tout. Non.
He wasn't too happy with that one.
Wasn't much conversation on the way past there, was there? Just a slight mistake there. Overcooked it a little bit and rolled off the freeze. So that's quite a nice big pocket for Switzerland, sorry, for Finland to draw one into. That redstone just been freed up a little bit. There's a little bit of air between that and the yellow stone on the button.
Ei kun se inni on silleen, että jos se jää tohon, toi on menossa välistä toi punainen. Ne pääsee pelaamaan sen sitten. Joo, about. Silleen, että ei saisi olla kova, ettei muuta noita kulmia, kun se on ihan hyvin meille nyt. Niin marginaali on valkoinen. Oli aika liukas.
Kasper Agunti for Finland. From Helsinki.
I'm trying to make a freeze on that red stone. Good shot here by Kasper, and locks it back onto the one on the button. Playing good end here, Finland. Certainly seem to have just screwed the knot a little bit in the last couple of ends after a shaky start.
Maybe we just needed that little break after the fifth just to chat things through.
Yeah, they're doing quite the opposite of the Finnish women's performance yesterday. They got off to an absolute flyer, stealing 5 shots in the first 3 ends to lead Scotland, but
Scotland clawed it back.
yeah, just too long to defend for.
And there they are, the Finnish ladies. They must be disappointed after yesterday to have that kind of lead.
Absolutely, but their week isn't over. Playing in the bronze game tonight against Denmark.
Ça va partir, ça va partir. Okay.
So Switzerland lying in shot position, but not in great shape here, to be honest, thanks to those 2 red stones frozen on the centre line. Just in terrific position. So the Swiss are going to try and open things up. Just really bail from this end, make sure that they are able to score.
Whoa, 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 no, no, no. Attention, attention. Oui, 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 oui. Fort, fort, fort.
Well, I think that's a pretty good shot, actually.
And there's the Switzerland women's team watching on. Alina Petz, sister of Claudio and current world champions.
Yeah, disappointing week for them. But I'm sure they're more than happy to see the Swiss men's team going well here. Yeah, it was a good shot there by Claudio Patz, Alina's brother. Just to rumble things around and freeze up those red stones in the centre line so they can get them out later on. Although it doesn't look particularly great, losing the yellow stone in the button. That is an improvement.
Ei tarvi nousta!
Having to work hard here, the sweepers. It's a very long guard.
Good. Oui. Non. Non, non, ça marche pas. Peut-être genre backline, mais pas plus. Si tu fais... pas sûr que ce soit très bien, mais
Well, that guard's just a little bit longer than I would have liked.
je crois pas que c'est très très. Ah, genre le triple, hein, je sais pas. Ça, je pense que ça reste.
So maybe looking at playing a takeout off their own yellow onto the red on the centre line
Oui. J'aime bien. Si on peut enlever ça, tant mieux.
and leaving themselves frozen on the one at the top of the button.
Juste clearing, ça va.
Clearing ou run back?
So it looks like they're just peeling the guard.
Oh. Tiens. Oui, 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 wow, oui, oui, oui. Wow, wow, wow.
Well, gets the wide red.
Super.
Still not out of the woods here by any stretch of the imagination. Those two red stones in pretty good shape if they keep putting the guard on. They could try and get another one in there if they wanted a bit of extra insurance, or they could play a takeout, but they certainly wouldn't want to move that one on the left-hand side on the tee line.
Second last stone in the other semi-final. Sweden against Norway.
Mä tiedän, olisiko se silti oikein heitto.
Nicholas Edin
Niin.
is having a great game. Has given this one something as well. Here we go.
Wow, what a fantastic shot.
Great appreciation from the crowd for that one. He's on a real high at the moment. In the sixth end there, Sweden with a good lead, 5-2.
Well, I think the Swedes have really kind of weathered the storm a little bit. They had a rocky patch in the middle of the week, but they look a lot happier and a lot more at ease out there now.
And he certainly looks as if he's enjoying himself. So what is Ulrud's response here? Clears things away. And on they go to the next end.
Such a dangerous player, Nicholas Edin. Puts so much more pressure on your team to get stones in the right spots, because you know you put 1 foot wrong, then he's going to play one of these big weight takeouts and the opportunities will be lost.
Right, back to the action here. In the featured game, Finland against Switzerland.
Yeah, the guard goes up from Aku Kausta.
Finland red, Switzerland yellow.
Faudrait juste pas qu'on fasse d'offset.
Bah, c'est quoi l'option?
Hein?
Moi, j'aime pas enlever la garde. Hein.
Tu vas prendre le timeout ou?
Well, I think they may need to run the guard back here. I don't see too many opportunities in around the 4 foot.
Bien sûr que ça marche.
Pour ça, assez de place.
Bien sûr.
Non, mais si on vient un peu plus vite, genre pour être sûr.
Ça c'est parfait.
Ça, c'est vraiment bien.
Ah, ça c'est parfait, c'est clair. Mais
Et c'est quoi le risque? Il n'y a pas vraiment.
il n'y a pas vraiment de risque, parce que je pense, même si on fait ça,
Bien sûr.
lui il fait quoi? Il met une garde là, on arrive à pousser ça pour prendre le shot.
Exactement.
Hein?
Ouais.
Ok, d'accord.
On va hack.
Juste hack?
C'est pas c'est ça.
Je pense qu'on prend le shot à côté. Ouais,
Ça calme quand même, hein.
Ouais, c'est clair.
Si je prends la jaune, c'est bon.
Not
alors,
choosing to leave the guard on this
Ouais,
occasion.
Exact.
And
Allez, vite. Puis hack.
I think they're going to
C'est chaud,
try
hein,
and
mais-
rumble things around a little bit.
Suivre jusqu'au bout au cas où ça curl pour ça. C'est ça qu'il faut passer surtout.
Je pense que c'est pas moi. Hein. Oh, sorry.
Juste tac. Attention. One more. Oui. Oui. Oui.
Allez. Ligne tout le long.
On est bien. Ouais.
Really urging his sweepers on here, Peter de Cruz.
I think they're just trying to wiggle it past that red. Oh, that's a fantastic shot. There only really was a stone's width between those two stones to get through there.
And all that effort
And
was worth it.
Well, Switzerland line 3 now.
He's going, it wasn't very big at all.
Well, great look at the sweeping there. Just battered the sweeping path all the way down there. Great sweep by Tanner and Pats to make that shot. Well, the only problem here is that they may have left a triple takeout option for Aku Kaustet. Just needs a thin snick on that top one, maybe a quarter. Maybe
A quarter snick.
A quarter snick. I think maybe even thinner than that, to be honest. Just an inch to be able to flick the other one in the 4 foot and get them all going.
Yeah, so we could see a few stones flying about. So this next shot. Aku Kaustet, 80% for this game. Here it comes.
Well,
just the one.
Well, that's a bit of a shame, really. Finland have played an excellent end. It's just been undone by a super shot by Benoit Schwartz.
Ouais, il faut assurer la glace. Ça va suffire ici. Ok. Ouais. Sur la tee.
So the end very much going Switzerland's way now.
Juste 6. Tu peux le rappeler que ça va assez vite là quand même. Tu peux le rappeler que c'est disponible. Et rien joué. Gauche. Si c'est 2, très fin.
Pete, on n'a pas le droit de toucher la rouge. Hein. On n'a pas le droit de toucher la rouge.
Ouais. 6 avec ça, c'est bon.
Moitié dans le 4 pieds. Yes. Et je veux pas être trop loin.
Bon, avec la glace comme ça, si tu joues à la même vitesse que le LSD, c'est bon. Le balayage.
65.
Tu joues au pile 6.
65, c'est mieux.
Ligne un peu, oui.
Well, just needs to find the 4 foot here. Final stone of the 6th end, Benoit Schwartz.
Ligne, c'est bon.
Ligne parfaite.
6. Allez pour 6. Wow.
Pousse un peu.
Non. Nice.
On n'a pas le droit de la pousser. Hein.
Codio. Ouais.
Coming down nicely now.
Fort pour les go.
He doesn't leave much in the tank, Peter de Cruz, when he's shouting, does he?
Yep, well played Switzerland in that end. And Benoit Schwartz, a couple of really good skip stones from him were the difference. And Switzerland increase their lead again. After 6, Finland 3, Switzerland 7.
One rock. That's what.
I think that you can hold it, but
No, me neither.
So, a little bit of discussion between the two skips as we get this next end underway, end number 7 in the semi-final.
Ça a l'air correct. Regarde.
A significant lead now for the Swiss at this stage in the game. After that 3 in the 6th end.
Well, absolutely, Allison leading by 4 with 4 ends to go. Those 2 threes in the 3rd and the 6th end making all the difference. Finland are starting to play better though than they were early on. A little bit unfortunate to give up a 3 there. Perhaps just get caught out pushing a little bit too hard, being a bit too aggressive in that last end.
Quatre, 5. 4-5, bien vitesse. Plutôt 5.
Fint, c'est bon.
Plutôt 5-6. 5-6. 6.
Il y a plus? S'il y a plus, oui. S'il y a plus, oui. Ouais, tiens. Oh. Ok. C'est là. J'ai le même chrono que la première. Plus 14.
Two stones on the button, reasonably close together. They can be used by Finland at some stage. I think they're going to do that now. Just freeze them, just tap them back a little bit and create a pocket for this red stone. Well, this one's over curling by a long way.
Well, that one is in no man's land, isn't it?
It certainly is, and Switzerland not been drawn into the trap of hitting the one in the house. They're going to peel the corner guard, of course, with their 4-shot lead.
Nettoyer. Oh, passe, bon. Easy. Nettoyer.
Nettoie bien. Très bien joué.
À plus.
Successfully done, and this time we'll see Finland put the corner guard back up. So the key here for Finland is to keep the Swiss out of the house for as long as possible before they go in and make their play. That would give the Swiss less stones to try and clean the situation up in the house.
Things have gone quite quiet in the arena. It's really getting to the business end of these two semi-finals.
Yep. Oui. Okay. What?
Vähän yli puolella.
Taipuu yli. Hyvä.
So that's all that's really happening at the moment, is that both teams are just kind of running stones down. And I would expect Finland might throw another guard after this one and then make a play in the house. That would only give Switzerland a couple of shots at trying to make a double in the house. Oh, mistake here. Gets the one in the house and lies 3. So Finland's starting to think about moving things around.
Let's just snip over, see what's going on in the other sheet beside this one. The other semi-final. Certainly not going Norway's way at the moment. We'll keep you updated there.
Oh, this is the shot that Jani Pico tried to play at the start of the end. Looks like it may be over curling a fraction. No, nicely done. Pushes everything back.
Meantime, on the other sheet on your right, let's see what Niklas Edin can do with this one.
Another one of these rockets. A bit errant this time, though.
Well, they can't work every single time, can they? Or can they? With him, it usually is the case.
Yeah, absolutely. He's always pretty close.
Sweden in a good position, 5-2 up in the 7th end.
No, really good shot back in our featured game by Claudio Pats. Peels that stone off the button. Finland can play a draw around the corner guard now. Over here, here's Thomas Ulsrud. Just needs to hit the 8-foot to score 3 and tie the game up. Super's not too keen to sweep. But nicely done.
Yep, so that gets them right back into this game. Sweden 5, Norway 5 after 7. Seven-3 in this one, as Finland just reached the final. Stopping of that red stone.
Good draw, and Finland working another good end here. Sometimes it is easier to make your shots when your back's against the wall. Trailing by 4.
Peels the guard.
Hyvä.
Pientä.
Hyvä. Hei.
Ei, ei.
Irti.
Irti. Irti.
Pientä.
Joo, joo.
Kova! Kova! Kova!
Get sweeping, he says. Hits and sticks.
Tulee niin
To
suoraan, että haukkaa.
finish counters.
Saatana vaikea harjoittaa.
Ei sille voi. Se tuli niinku ottia päätä.
Well, these two red stones quite close together. I think Finland would have wanted a bit more separation. And it's quite flat, but there's certainly a double take out there. They'll be looking to hit about 2/3 of that first red stone.
Benoit Schwartz is going for.
Gets it.
Nicely done by the young Swiss. Crowd enjoying that one. Bells going.
Come on. Okay.
Yeah, beautiful shot. Well, he's hardly put a foot wrong today, Benoit. So, final stone of the 7th end.
Not the kind of score that really helps Finland much, but they do get one. Really not making too much of an inroad into that 7-3 score. It's now 7-4. They've got one back. Finland 4, Switzerland 7.
Tosi lähellä.
Lähelle sitten.
Sitten joku metri. Ei ihan lähellä vaan metri.
Tää on niin.
Tää nyt pesässä.
Tämmönen vaan. Tilaa paljon, tilaa paljon.
Katso vaan. Ties sit jos voi.
Ei.
Eighth end of this semi-final between Finland and Switzerland. And there's the numbers thus far, 7-4. Running out Vens. If you're a Finland fan, you really need to get some sort of steal on this end if they can. Certainly Finland have played better in the second half, but Finland haven't really taken their foot off the gas. Another nice stone by them. Comparison of the two leads.
Yeah, I've got to be a little bit surprised to see Jani Pitko outplaying Valentin Tanner. So a few stinkers today, Jani. I think Valentin Tanner's been pretty solid overall.
They both had a couple of wobblies, but nothing major.
So tick shot called here. It's going to come down and push that stone closest to the house, just to the side.
You do find teams with this kind of lead beginning to use this type of shot, Logan, don't you? When you've got a bit of a gap. But that's all the way through. I'm just talking about his stats, and that wasn't the plan.
No, certainly not.
Okei, voima vaan. Linja ihan hyvä. Joo, Valkonen. Kovaa! Kova, jos on niin. Joo. Hey.
So Pelle Jemies coming around the centre guards here and trying to make the freeze. Quite a good opportunity missed here.
Could still do some damage there, though.
Okej, les deux alors. Comme tu veux. Ah, les deux. 2 tiers, 3 quarts.
The main difference is that every end Switzerland are making 7 or 8 shots, whereas Finland are only making 5 or 6. They just can't really seem to string anything together at the moment.
Whoa, no. No.
Well, that was the real problem in missing that freeze. Just too easy a double peel left for Peter de Cruz.
There's their numbers, and Peter de Cruz way up in every area. His opposite number. Team Kauster really needs his team to step up to the mark now, or they're going to miss out on getting to the final.
Well, I've got to say, I think the Swiss have been excellent throughout the team. You'd certainly never know that it was Peter de Cruz' first outing at the European Curling Championships.
Although he has played in a Worlds, which gives him that big stage experience, which does help the more you do it.
Yeah, absolutely. He won the bronze medal in Beijing, defeating Canada's Kevin Cooey in the final, in the bronze final. Well, I'm sure this isn't what Aki Kausta had in mind for the 8th end. I don't think there's any value in hitting that, Aku. I'm going to have to throw caution to the wind a little bit if they want to get back into this game, choosing to put up another guard. And taking the risk just by leaving that Yellowstone in the house.
Right decision?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a bit of a no-brainer, really. If they were to hit the winger here on lie one, you would just see Switzerland peeling the guard into it and trying to get them both away, but most importantly, opening up the center of the sheet to score one at the end of the end. Well, probably travels a little bit further than they would have liked, but most important thing was to get the two reds well separated and directly in line, and they managed to do that.
Claudio Petz clears the guard. There's the comparison of the thirds. Petz up in every department too.
So over in the other semi-final here, 8th end, tied game.
Nicholas Edin just wanting to chase this one away, and his own.
Well, it seems to be his new approach to the 8th end. You generally see a lot of teams trying to score 2 in the 8th end from a tied game, but it seems to be Nicholas's new approach in that he does try to blank it.
So they head into the 9th. 5-all. Sweden with the hammer. And Switzerland here haven't really made many mistakes at all, have they? Very steady performance from them.
Se on ihan ok.
Well, looks like I'm going to be a little bit cautious here and choose to play the hit and roll as opposed to just ignoring it and throwing one around the guard. Of course, much easier to get your stone into a scoring position if you just play the draw.
samasta. Janne osumat kaikki minkä menee. Tosi kova. Kova, paina.
Well, that's the real telling stat there. Benoit Schwartz, 95% of perfect.
He's had a great game, hasn't he?
En plein, ça va aussi. Parce que s'il roule, on a le play.
Le but, c'est de rouler derrière.
Well, Kukausta rolled a little bit there, but not quite far enough. So Benoit will now have the chance to try and hit and roll under the cover. Probably looking for just a half a stone roll inside.
Non. Nettoyer. Attention. Wow. Non. Attention. Wow. Oui. Yep.
Oh, maybe rolls a little bit too far, but Benoit Schwartz is just on fire today. He's going to take some beating.
Yep, no wonder he skipped smiling there.
C'était vraiment parfait.
Se tulee taas paljon lopuksi, tommonen ja...
It seems a long time since they were crossing over in the middle of the sheet after a miss by Peter de Cruz, and they didn't even speak to each other. Back to being best buddies once again.
How things change. And to be honest, I think that moment was the only one that he actually missed. Everything else has worked out.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes it a lot easier to accept the misses when they come, when you're making so many shots the rest of the time. Quite interesting just to watch the different personalities between Peter and Benoit. Peter's definitely the talker, and Benoit is the silent assassin.
He has very strong views on the game.
Well, this is them really putting all their eggs in one basket.
Important shot for Finland.
Well, this could be it. Finito already line 2 and drawing for their third triple of the game. Surely that would be handshakes. 10-4 after 8 ends.
Yeah, they'll be disappointed with their performance, Finland. They played incredibly well against Sweden the other night to beat them in an extra end, but they haven't brought their top game to the semi-final. And these guys have looked very assured and very steady for the whole game. So last stone of this 8th end.
Oui, bien fait. Ok, plus cassé. Lynn, c'est bon. C'est plus vite. Un peu vite. Mais non, bah enlève, voir. Oh, ça n'a rien nettoyé. Non, pas rien.
Ça va très vite.
C'est vite, rien. Même pas nettoyé. Non. C'est pas un iPad 5.
Well, the Finnish boys not even trying to sweep that one out.
And they are calling it quits there. A very, very good win for the Swiss team. Fans absolutely loving that. Friends and family travelling to support this team. They are absolutely delighted. They have beaten Finland in this semi-final game. Smiles all round. Disappointment for Finland. Final score, Finland 4. Switzerland 10. Finland go to the bronze medal game. And a very happy Swiss team head for the gold medal game. So they can relax now for a little while and just watch what's going on the other sheet. Who will they play in the final? And that's very much still to be decided. So here we go.
Känns som att vara slå Vicka, försöka hamna på kanten där. 10. Kommer gå ganska rakt och sen curla lite över linan.
9,5 hade du neråt där. Spela långa 10.
Well, you can just see on the scoreboard there. Sweden had a little flourish there in the third, fourth, and fifth end, picking up their 5 points then. Norway doing extremely well to claw it back with a score of 3 in the seventh end.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Nej.
I think Sweden will be really trying to blank here in the ninth end to keep the last advantage going into 10. It's always a treat watching this Niklas Edin side playing against Thomas Ulsrud. Two of the best in the business. Wasn't much of a game in the round robin when these two teams met. Very one-sided victory for Norway. Only taking 6 ends, but everybody fell to this guy in the round robin. Certainly looks like a different Sweden team out here in the playoffs, though.
Whoa! Rent! Rent! Easy! 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 Yep! Yep! Hard! Hard!
So Norway will be pushing quite hard to make sure there's a score here, but at the same time, they don't want to take too much risk and end up giving up a deuce. So always quite an interesting tactical exchange, this situation in the ninth end. It's almost like they're just trying to put themselves in the best, give themselves the best chance of winning it in the 10th end. It's almost like a set-up end, really, the 9th.
Ja. 11 eller? Mjuk 11.
Nej, ja, mjuk 11 är bra. Rent, ja. Hårt för träff! Hårt!
Oh, that didn't look like a very good slide there from Oscar. Slid extremely narrow, and he usually finds a way to get it done. But what happened here? That's not even close. Let's have another look at it. Looked like a reasonably clean throw. I don't know if he was just a little bit light and a little bit tight.
Ikke rulle ut da, for da har han dobbelen. Hæ? Ikke rulle ut. Ja, det er det jeg sier. Så spill myk vant.
So I think Norway are going to take this opportunity to try and move some more red granite. Just a hit and roll on this red over to the right-hand wing as you look at it.
Ja, hard! Push! Hard! Hardere! Hard! Alt drar! Hard! Kom igjen, kom igjen, kom igjen! Wow, 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 wow.
Well, over curls. Does get one of the reds out of the house.
Ingen trippel, va?
Kan göra. Men vi rullar nog av på den.
Försöka göra den där.
Försöka göra den dubbeln, tror jag. Alltså, bara sticka emot den.
So here's what's going on in the men's final stages. We just saw Switzerland defeating Finland to go into that gold medal game. Finland go to the bronze game. And of course, the winner of Norway and Sweden will go to the gold game. And the loser will face Finland in the bronze game.
Kan man ha tur och snäkta undan den bakstenen också nu.
Vad gillar du för is? Relativt rakt i det spåret ändå, men...
Sätt på träff.
So Sweden trying to tidy this up. Pushing hard to try and get the blank end. Said before, it seems to be their new kind of approach. I've not really seen it done or attempted too many times before. in that a tied game in the 8th end of the hammer that who go back-to-back blanks. Good shot here by Oscar Eriksson to make the double.
Så ifrån den tredje nu också. Ja, på gränsen. Jag vill vara säker på att man hade lite finan också. Ja.
Ja. Myk vanlig er greit, tenkte det. Altså. Men Torger, det er mer bite til Steinar her. Mer is. Det er mer bite til de her.
Kom fram bara 12-4 eller någon chans liksom.
Vi skal treffe. Tjukkall, halv. Tjukkall. Ruller bort til i hvert fall. Jo. Jeg tror det er litt mer bite til det her. 15. Holder Olivien.
Well, Thomas Hilsrud trying to hit and roll off this red, or maybe even make the double. Going after the double here. Gets one. Oh, bit of a mistake. Kind of got stuck in between almost there. Didn't really throw enough weight to have a good go at the double takeout, but didn't really call the line sweeping to make the hit and roll either. So maybe a bit of a miscommunication there between Skip and third.
Gärna lite vikt, för han kommer spela på viken framför våran. Så gärna lite vikt om vi kan. 10. Jag tror Oskar, det kändes som det hade frostat till sidan. Det var jäkligt mjuk, men den curlade för mycket också. Det kändes som det var lite samma som min. Ja, det känns som att sidan var frostig också. Vi har ju spelat outen upp hela omgången. Nu har det dock gått ett par takear där och sop lite längre ut. Jag får nog hålla upp den lite, tror jag. Ja.
So Nicholas Edin in the hack, the 30-year-old from Karlstad in Sweden.
Liten bit utåt.
Of course, the reigning world champion Skip. Twice he's won the world championships.
Ja, rent. Japp! Hårt! Hårt, Kippa! Hårt! Hårt! Järnet! Järnet! Hårt! Hårt!
Bra sop,
Bra där. Bra sop.
Well, Sweden pretty infamous for their sweeping, and
Vad sa de?
Christian Lindstrom and Christopher Sundgren doing a great job there. With some extra encouragement from Nicholas Edin. Good look at their brushing action there.
And everyone inside this arena absolutely riveted on this game.
Jeg caller ganske tidlig, altså. Ja.
Thomas Hilsrud, 44 years old,
Jeg caller ganske tidlig.
still as hungry for success as ever.
All he can really do here is play a hit and roll in front of the red stone at the back of the house. It's always the difficulty in the 9th end when you're trying to force, is you need to take a bit of risk and leave stones around. Oh, he's put a fantastic shot here though. Absolutely spot on. Yeah, as I was saying, it's always a little bit of a risk that you do end up giving up a multiple score, but you certainly can't afford for the end to be blanked.
Really has been quite a battle between these two teams here. The two powerhouses, certainly of European curling. Sweden have had quite a journey this week to get to this point. They just seem to be getting better and better. He can relax now, Benoit of Switzerland, knowing his team are into the final. But who will they face? Last stone of this 9th end.
I'm sure Benoit can feel pretty pleased with a good day's work. It's a tricky little shot here for Sweden. They do have a chance to score two. Certainly looks close. Oh, what a great shot here.
Very, very well done to Sweden. That could be the one that really does seal it for them. Not over yet by any means, but that was such an important shot for Team Sweden. (7-5) up now after 9. Will that be enough? They will have something to say about it. So here we go in this 10th end of this second semi-final at the Gruyère European Curling Championships 2015. We're live at the Granley Hockey Arena in Esbjerg in Denmark. Switzerland already through, and Sweden ahead in this one against Norway. Alison Walker and Logan Gray bringing you live commentary on this game as well. We've had quite an afternoon of drama. Are we going to see just a little bit more in this final end, Logan?
Well, it's clearly been a terrific game. Sweden scoring their first points there since the 5th end. But what a shot it was. There's not too many of the skips in the competition who are capable of a shot like that and also able to be so accurate with the big weight takeouts. He really is the complete player.
The finesse as well as the strength. Both ends of the spectrum we've seen in this game. Fantastic stuff.
Nästan bajt 4. Det är nästan fris. Ja, det var eka kör då. Ja, eka kör. Stanna lite luft, okej. Ja, det är okej. Man kan inte dra bättre än de där i alla fall. Tänk om tvåan drar lite mer.
Well, when you're playing against a team like Norway, you need your stone positioning to be absolutely spot on, or it does create opportunities. And Christopher Sundgren just traveling maybe a foot too far with that stone, leaving them reasonably close together, so that could be a freeze possibility later on for Norway if they ever wanted to tap those two red stones.
Again, Avad van Petersen having a great game, a great tournament. He's had a fabulous week.
Yep, top of the leads this week. Top of the leads most weeks.
And that's one of the reasons they're as successful as they are.
Perfekt. Fint.
Because Spa playing well too.
Yeah, Norway actually top of the cumulative stats in all positions this week. Quite often you'll find the front end are playing well, then of course the shot difficulty is lower for the back end, so it's a bit easier for the stats to be higher. But still, incredible numbers. So many shots played by this Norwegian team this week. That's why they've been so hard to beat. No one's managed it yet, but the first time Norway look like they're on the ropes here.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa.
Det är så.
Just a hair too thin. I think he thought he had that one. Let's have another look. Just slides underneath the other corner guard.
Not far away.
It's really one of the hardest shots in curling, that shot, to be so precise, to just flick the back side of that other yellow guard and keep the shooter running through.
Is that harder than the perfect freeze?
I would say so. Don't see too many of them made.
Kjør! Torgeir, så gjør du hardt, hit, du skal hit, hardt! Hardt! Hardt, hardt, hardt! Fortsett, fortsett, fortsett! Hardt, 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 hardt!
Squeeze it tucked in behind as much as he can.
I would have liked that to travel a little bit further. Left these two yellows quite close together, so maybe a chance to get rid of them both for Sweden.
This is the Grantley Hockey Arena. That's where it's all been taking place. And all focus on this one sheet now after a very busy week of round-robin action.
Rull av så.
Nej, andra hållet inåt.
Andra hållet, ja.
Eller är det bättre med outen?
Ja, smiter du här, då blir det nog kvar. Även med en hård så kommer man kvar vid.
Okej, klipp den bara.
There's the bench looking on. Of course, Fredrik Lindberg, the coach now for Niklas Edin's team, previously his second player.
Wow.
Third player, Oscar Eriksson.
Yep. Whoa.
Doesn't miss too much.
I'll tell you what, he could not see much of that stone behind the guard. Went after it.
It was a lot more difficult than it actually looked.
Well, that's one of those ones as well that you go after it. And if you ever just flick the guard on the way by, not much room there at all. If you ever just flick the guard, you miss the one in the house. Then all of a sudden, Norway get another one round there, and all of a sudden, three's on the cards. A great shot there by Oscar Eriksson.
Køle! Køle! Vi skal helt hit! Ja, gå da! Du må gjemme oss. Vi er nødt til å gjemme oss. Vi er nødt til å gjemme oss.
Norway need at least two here, remember, to level things up, take it to an extra end.
Bra.
And they need stones in play for that.
Well, it was a better draw that time, I think, by Torgeir. Gets a bit more separation on the two yellow stones. Still lying in third position, though.
Yep. Bra. Bra. Yep. Go.
Well, just hits an inch off the nose, but such is the weight and rotation that Oscar Eriksson can throw. Spins out of play easily.
Nei, nå må du spille med såpass at du lyser den der.
Ja, i hvert fall at den går dårligere, men når du skulle hacke eller noe sånt.
Hår på den siden.
Nei, jeg tror ikke det. Det er klart, hvis du ruller ditt, så er du død. Ja. Ruller du ditt, så er du kanskje også død, for da har du kanskje noe sånt. Jeg mener du skal nesten kjappe, sånn at den ruller, skviser seg litt der, sitter du der. Skal helst ha den rett bak. Hack eller vant.
Vil du spille med inn da?
Jeg tror det er nesten bedre å spille den out.
So I talked earlier in the end about these two red stones being too close together.
I
think you're about to find out why. I would expect to see Norway just playing a kind of a bump weight, just move the red stone in the button through the house and leave the shooter frozen on that stone at the top of the button.
Husker du hadde en her?
Ja, nå hadde jeg mye mer is.
Ren. Nære. Ja. Hardt.
Playing a nice soft weight here just to control the line with the sweeping. Perfectly done by Torger Nørgaard.
Team Switzerland watching on there. Great view for them. There's somebody behind you. There they are. Their job's done.
Det är ju lite luft.
They're into the
Det är
final.
lite vinkel.
Alltså han kommer ju aldrig runda det.
Nej.
Han kommer ju frysa.
Very interested to find out who they'll be playing against as well. I don't think they'll really have any preference. Both these teams out on the ice.
Whoever it is, it'll be tough. Their first European final.
So Sweden have got a slight problem here. Does look like Norway will be able to score two as the stones lie at the moment, but certainly don't want to bring three into the equation.
Here comes the coach, just to cast another pair of eyes over the situation.
Ja, men oavsett. Alltså, han kommer frysa en till här. För chansen på 3. Då måste vi smälla bort den. 2:an gör man ju any day. Ja. Även om man knackar lite luft så ligger det rakt mot den. Det måste vara en hård med lite spin.
Dock inte chansa om man skulle frysa. Hamnar han här?
Ja.
Hamnar liksom där uppe som Krippa säger.
Ja,
då gaddar vi ju. Och därför jag gillar lite att ligga kvar med den här.
Vad gillar ni där uppe? Då måste jag ju smälla på en hård. Alltså å andra sidan, den ska ligga nästan bättre än den där gör för att ingen av dem ska komma ut. Det går, men den är jävligt tunn. Och
tar man någonsin lite för tjock så kan den stanna här.
På kanten där, då måste jag sätta en dubbel.
Jag gillar nog att slå den här.
Jag är också inne på det, men...
Gör han ett bra slag här. Kan vi stanna här någonstans? Full 8.
I think we would see a lot of teams hit the open stone here to take three out of the equation, but Placidine's not really one for settling for that sort of thing.
Lite hårdare. Den ger ju ingenting att ha kvar egentligen.
7 eller normal.
Det enda är om jag ska smälla den att vi kan få kvar den bättre då. 7, försöka vicka in helgömd. Frysa ändå, då borde man kunna...
Jag tror vicka hit någonstans.
Ja.
Well, they are going to hit the open stone. Just take 3 off the table. Of course, they do go to an extra end with the last with the last tower. Start again. They do go to the extra end with the last stone advantage. Then they would be huge favourites to win this game and go into the final.
I'm sure they still will quite like to see things off here if they can. 100% accuracy on his draws, 89 on his 4 hits, which is not too bad, really.
No, rolls a little bit. So Norway have got a few options here. They could make a play on the 2 stones in the house, but I don't think they really want to leave Niklas Edin a chance for a double takeout. Or they could do what they're doing right now and indicating for a freeze on that red stone just played by Niklas.
Ja, fryser bak der. Får håpe at du gjør den da.
I think this is a smart call by Norway.
Kan han misse en blast, så kan du jo få 3. Det er jo 3'eren i spill. Jeg tror jeg tar 7'eren først, altså. Den er litt mindre enn finisher, 4'eren. Ja.
Norway with last stone, remember.
Så ser det utover der. Vi skal dødfryse. Ja, det er det. Ja, det er ikke mye den her, tror jeg. Jeg tror det er fint siger.
Well, this is certainly the way to score 3 here. If they could ever make a good freeze on here and get a miss from Niklas, then maybe they can win it right here in 10.
All there, all.
He's faced probably every scenario you can imagine over the years. Critical shot here for Ulrud and Norway.
Well, doesn't make a perfect freeze, but does the most important thing and lies in 2nd and 3rd position.
Høgnes. Ja, han kan få trøbbel hvis han kjøper den.
Det hållet. Ja. Spela en clearing där. Absolut. Har du lite utsida så är det fine liksom. Kan du få en halv stenvick in?
Sweden just trying to work out if they can get the thrown stone into a position where it would outcount a nose hit on that front yellow. That would really make life extremely difficult for Norway. It is risky though if they do overcurl a fraction and jam the yellow onto the wide red, roll out of the house, then Norway have got a shot for the game. So I think they'll be erring on the nose side here.
Seems like every shot he's played is a big shot, but this really is a big shot for Edin and Sweden.
I think first things first, you make sure you go to the next round.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, and that's now guaranteed.
Norway can only get 2 now to level things up.
Well, they just rolled out a little bit, so it will just be a nose hit available for Norway to score 2. I've got to go back to that second stone of the end played by Kristoffer Sundgren. They really set up this opportunity, and it's just the smallest margins that make all the difference.
And Ojro still has to make this. Hushed tones in the arena. Last stone of this 10th end. Norway need to get them into the extra end. And is it?
It certainly is. That's a score of 2 for Norway. We're going to need an extra end to separate these two teams.
After 10, Sweden 7, Norway 7. So we're into the extra end in this semi-final encounter between Sweden and Norway. 7-7 after 10. Already into the final, Switzerland. They await the winners of this game. There's the time they have left for this extra end. Should pose too many problems for either of them, although it depends on those big final stone decisions.
Oh, I think he's made this. Always interesting to see the different ways the teams play this shot. You saw Harvard Bud Pedersen playing it, you would see him playing into the side of the stone, whereas Kristoffer Sundgren plays it across the face.
And both effective, if done well.
Absolutely. So just have to be another centre guard for Team Norway.
Easy. Torgeir. Torgeir. Kom igjen da. Kom igjen. Nei.
Exakt samma känns som den blir bra.
Well, possibly a bit tighter to the house than they would have liked.
12-6 var förra. Vill du ha något mindre eller vill du ha där? Ja.
So same again really here.
Snacka fart.
Lite mjukare.
Japp. Wow. Nej. Japp.
Another great shot here.
Snyggt. Perfekt.
Toer.
Just makes life so much easier for your skip later in the end. Not to have that centre guard with a Norwegian stone in behind.
Linja grabben. Linja bra. Ligger bra. Var med. Japp.
Bare stoppe.
Ja, wow. Ligger bra. Rent og død. Bra.
Well, Norway know that if they put a stone in the centre line here, they're just giving Sweden an opportunity to run the centre guard onto the one in the house, and they want to keep that one. So putting the guard directly in front.
Halv. Japp. Wow. Japp. Wow. Jag är med på andra kulan om det händer något. Ja.
So same again.
Team Norway with 2 European gold medals in 2011 in Moscow and 2010 in Chambéry. 5 silver and 2 bronze as well. But they came here for gold. And without having the final stone, they are up against it here.
It took a little while for Thomas Ulsrud to break through. It's been quite a late career for him, really. He had to sit in the shadow of Paul Trolson for so long. And then got his opportunity. It took him a little while to crack international finals, but now got 2 Europeans and a World Championships in the bag.
Certainly had a great second half of his career.
Just trying to flick that red into the house. Wouldn't have made too much difference, but may have just made some of the peels a little bit easier. Still look very calm, the Norwegians. I think they know they're up against it, but not too much more they can do other than just make their shots. And hopefully they can force a mistake from Sweden.
Concentration levels, especially after a long game, have to be kept high. He knows he's in a great position.
Kanske mindre risk att den spinner in på locket åt vilket håll. Vad tror du?
Ja, den här kan den verkligen spinna in på locket med.
Och den andra då? Ja,
Där.
Sätt ut en träff jag ska träffa så blir det bra.
Ja. 2/3, men här är bra.
Ja.
The power behind this one, you saw him launch it.
Fint.
Watch that final thrust of the arm.
Yeah, and he really does give it a big thrust. You see quite a lot of the players, like Torger is a great example of, they generate all the speed that they throw the stone with their legs. Oscar generates a lot of speed with his legs, but he also gives it a good push with his arm as well. So
it's both. A lot of strength conditioning there. A good core.
Men da lurer på om vi skulle prøvd å dratt den meter lenger enn de, hvis han plutselig finner ut at han vil spille på shotten, ikke sant? Så har vi noe bra rundt. Ja, på riktig linje.
no, same guard again here.
Litt mer isdogger, mer curly de her.
We'll see Norway go into the house with their last one to make Sweden face two, try and get a mistake. Good look from the side at the delivery of Thomas Hulsrud. Textbook stuff.
Litt tightere enn forrige har vært, tror jeg. Og 3 av, nei.
Linja er ikke gæren.
Ja.
Easy, easy.
Ta litt på slutten. Litt til.
Litt til.
Litt tightere,
Ja.
Litt tightere.
Norway certainly doing all the right things here.
Men jag inte vill göra är att råka.
Hvor liker du? Ja, uansett, vi kan få Petter ut.
Den kommer aldrig kunna spinna in bättre än White 8.
They've had such a fantastic week. Unbeaten. Which takes some doing.
Yeah, and this could well just throw up the whole argument around the playoff format. Has changed from the page playoff to the semi-finals this season. Of course, if it was the page game and this was the 1-2 game, for talking sake, then Thomas Hulsrud's side would get another
crack at it. And rewarded for their great performance in the round robin.
Yeah. And of course, Niklas Edin's had to come a long way to get here through a tie-break against Scotland. But reaching the semi-finals, they're all back on the same level playing field. So, where do you go if you're Norway here?
Den er ikke dum. Hjemme tørker halve her.
Some of the discussion may well be around what's the strengths and weaknesses of your opposition skip. What are they most likely to miss? But I don't think Niklas Edin has too many weaknesses, so might not bother with that.
The last 2 or 3 games he has been exceptional.
Timeout called here while they make this decision. And coach Petter Moet will make his way down to the ice.
Du må få kølt opp da. Hvor hadde vi... Vi skal komme dit også da.
Og det is her nå, tror jeg.
Det var isen på gården i hvert fall.
It's been a bit of a long walk for him.
Hva gjør hun på junior jenter?
Vil du garda?
Sporting a very fetching flat cap.
Ja, nei, den blir garda. Jeg skjønner. Ja, men jeg tror vi drar hit, viser den half and half. Det kan bli litt sånn uggen. Ja. Prøver det da.
No, there's not really too much that they can do here other than draw onto the tee line around that yellow stone that's in the house. Heard them say in Norwegian, half and half. So that's what they're planning to show in the class. They don't want to get fully behind the yellow. They just want to show them two halves. And I think that would probably force the class to play a draw with his last stone. If he didn't fancy the draw, it should just be a short double takeout. So Norway really up against it here.
How often do we say that?
Well, it's not over till the fat lady sings, though. I certainly saw that in the game in the round robin between Sweden and Switzerland, when Christopher Sundgren's a little unfortunate, fell and burnt the running stone to win the game. Handed it to Switzerland.
Yeah, these things can happen in, you know, sports in different ways.
Well, they took a lot of ice here. Well, the rotation's just about stopped in this stone. Can they get it past it? Oh, just ticks it. And that's an almost unmissable takeout for Niklas Edin.
Yep, Thomas knows it. Should be bread and butter for Niklas Edin, that shot. I think they're calling for a timeout as well.
Sätt upp där du vill ha det. Så. Kommer gå som du sätter den. Exakt. Ja, chappen räcker.
Tunt på den yttre. Räcker också för en fjärdedel så dubblar vi dem och spinner av. Det är väl, ja. Får vi bara inte träffa utsidan och rulla av. Chapp räcker. Ja, det är inte räcker någonting, va?
90% on 17 hits today, Niklas Edin. I think he'll have had too many easier than this one.
Different kind of pressure, though. Maybe a straightforward shot, but when you're making it is the difference here. Last stone of this 11th end.
Pretty sure that Thomas Wilshed knows that his goose may be cooked here.
And victory for Sweden, successfully executed by Niklas Edin. He really has been in superb form in this game. And it is Sweden who progress. Victory 8-7 over Norway. They're great rivals. They go to the gold medal game. And Norway head for the bronze medal game against Finland. Celebrations around the arena from the Swedish fans. What a week it's turned out to be for them. And he really did put together a great performance, didn't he, Logan?
Yeah, absolutely. They just look like they've got their mojo back a little bit, this Swedish side. Really looked out of sorts in the middle of the week. They just seem to be gradually getting better and better, and I think we're going to see a fantastic final tomorrow. Certainly looks like Benoit Schwartz isn't going to be rolled over easily. Always disappointing for the team who go undefeated through the round robin not to make it into the final. So it's confirmation of the line scores. The game between Switzerland and Finland. 3-3s on the board for the Swiss. So Finland and Switzerland semi-final here in the 2015 Gruyère European Curling Championships. Esbjerg, Denmark. Benoit Schwartz throwing the last stone here. Lovely delicate tap back to get the first 3 on the board in the game and put Switzerland into a 4-1 lead. Then here in the 5th end, the comeback begun from Aku Kauste and his Finnish teammates. A well-constructed deuce and narrowed the score to 1. Then in the 6th end, Finland played a really nice end here, but Benoit Schwartz playing an absolute pistol with his first stone. And a mistake from Aku Kauste. Benoit Schwartz just had to draw the forfeit here for 3. Sneaks it by the top red. That would be the second 3 of the game for Switzerland. Then in the 8th end, bit of a disastrous end from the Finns, and Benoit Schwartz just too good today for Finland. Absolutely on fire. And with this score of 3, Switzerland into the final. Final score, Switzerland 10, Finland 4.
And there is the score in the other semi-final. Sweden beating Norway. And that's the way the lineup looks now. Victories for Sweden and Switzerland. They play for the gold medal. And Norway and Finland go for bronze.
Congratulations, Peter, into the final. How does it feel?
It feels really good. It feels amazing, really, because we started off the week pretty, shaky. We still believed in it. We knew that we were playing good and we were where we wanted to be, performance-wise. So yeah, feeling pretty happy.
What made the difference in that game then, in the semi-final?
I think we were really prepared for it. We play a lot of really important games during the season. We just considered this game just another one of those games. Had to prepare the same, and knew we had to make every shot absolutely perfectly. That was the key.
And Finland had been playing so well going into that too.
I know, we got completely thrashed by them during the round robin. They played just amazing. Unfortunately for them, they just didn't turn up today.
Any player you wanted to pick out in particular in that game?
Claudio Pes was very good. Claudio Pes was unbelievable. Benoit Schwartz. In the 4th end, Claudio Pes made 2 crazy runbacks to really open up the situation and score a 3. It was crazy.
What would it mean to you and the team to win this whole thing, to win the gold medal? What would it mean?
I think it would mean a lot because it would confirm all the good work that we've done throughout the season. We've been playing good, so yeah. Hopefully it'll be gold tomorrow. We'll see.
Well done today. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, it has been quite a day here, and should be quite a day tomorrow in the final. That's it from us, from me, Alison Walker, and Logan Gray. Bye for now.